Hello guys, this is James Abedi, and in this tutorial I'm gonna talk about credit memo, but basically in more complicated situations. But before I start the tutorial, the same as the other ones, I'm gonna emphasize that you guys make sure you increase the quality of your YouTube to the highest one possible. Okay. So in this video I'm gonna talk about a new customer. The name is Joe Davis, and this customer placed an order on September 6, 2017. As you see, here is the order. However, due to the sale which the store had at the time, we're gonna give some discount to the customer on the items that he placed the order for. So for doing that, you need to use the account sale discount, and let's say you can put here minus 10%, and it will calculate the amount of discount by itself. Or you can basically manually put any amount you're supposed to give as discount. So let's say sale discount. For this one, we're gonna give $20 discount. So as I said, you can put percentage, it calculates the amount by itself, or you can put the amount and that's gonna be the amount. For these two, let's say for pillow, we're not gonna give any discount, so I'm gonna delete the line. For bar cabinet type D, again, we're gonna give, let's say, 7% discount. Doesn't look good. Let's say put in minus $5. Okay, $5 discount, and the total gonna be $342.20, and that's the order. So we're gonna save and close the order. So as you see, sale order number 6 has been placed on September 6, 2017. And we're gonna collect some money for deposit. As I said, at least 30% deposit we're supposed to collect from customer. So let's say $110 we received from customer at the time customer placed the order. So receive payment, $110. Let's say customer pay us by MasterCard, 2569. Expiration 10. Let's say 20. And reference number, sale order number 6. So we're gonna put SO number 6. And we're gonna leave the credit to be used later, obviously, after we ship the order. Save and close. So as you see, the balance of the customer now is minus $110. So let's say we are in the process of making the order ready to go out, and 5 days after, customer call the store and say to store manager, I'm gonna cancel some of the items on my order. So if a store manager approved that cancellation, then that's the way you're supposed to handle it. So you, let's say on the order, customer gonna cancel 2 of that 8 pillow B. So you easily come here and change the number from 8 to 6 because customer gonna cancel 2. And you can put a note here, customer cancel 2 pillow B, approved by the store manager. Let's say the date customer made the cancellation was September 10, 2017. So So we put a note here for ourselves to know for our record what happened, and that's it. So save and close. So just imagine that, let's say on September 11, customer again called the store and say, you know what, I don't want any of those pillows for some reason, and the store manager approved that cancellation. So you either can come here and change the quantity to 0, and that's it, or whatever it was 6, you just come here and you put here close on the close column. So basically we close that 6 quantity of pillow B, and you can put here customer cancel the rest 6 pillow B approved by store manager on September, let's say 12. So that's the way we cancel the item on the order. Save and close. Yes, that's it. Did we create a credit memo for that cancellation? Absolutely not. Why? Because none of these items have been shipped out yet. There is no invoice. As I mentioned before, no invoice, no credit memo. That's the rule of thumb. Here, customer cancel on the sale order stage. You just cancel it here on the sale order. You don't need to create credit memo in that situation. Okay. So let's imagine that we ship the items to customer, or the customer is ready to receive 2 of love set B and 2 of sectional type B. So first you need to calculate how much is the total of these 4 amounts, because this is the amount, this is a discount, this is the amount, this is a discount. 48 minus 4.8 plus 204 minus 10. $227.20. So, and how much is the balance after we ship these items? Like, the only item remaining on the order is that one, because this one was canceled. So 72 basically minus 5, which is discount, $67. And as I said, we always need to make sure there is a deposit on the account for unshipped item. So 67 multiple at least 30% deposit, so it's around $20. So after receiving the balance of the items which we are supposed to ship out, we need to make sure the amount left on the account should be at least $20 as deposit for the item left on the order. So here, how much we received before? We received $110, so $117.20. We should receive the remaining balance of the items which are ready to ship out, and as I said, at least $20 for 30% deposit on the item left on the sale order. So come to $137.20. Let's say we receive $140 from customer. The date we receive it, any date, I don't know. These are all imaginary date. Let's say October 7th. So receive payment October 7th. And $140. Let's say paid by Visa. And 11/21. What was the sale order? which we're receiving money for, sale order number 6. So number 6, and that's it. So save and close. And now we're ready to ship out the items which customer asked for. Let's say we're gonna ship them out on October 10. So as you remember, you need to invoice. As soon as you ship the items out, you need to invoice the items. You go to the sale order, you hit create invoice. Create invoice for all the sale orders? No, we're gonna just create invoice for selected items. Okay, so as you remember, customer asked for the first item, which loves it B, item code 4063, the sale discount. You must make sure you have the check mark here for sale discount related to that item. And the second item, item code 4067, and the sale discount related to that. That's it. Here you go. And it generates the invoice automatically. As I said, imagine we ship the items on October 10. The invoice number generated automatically by the system. I repeat it again, never ever manually change the invoice number or the sale order number or purchase order number or credit memo number. No number should be changed on the QuickBooks. If you change those numbers, you manually adjust it, you're gonna ruin the rest of the numbers, because QuickBooks automatically start to generate the numbers from the last number is on QuickBooks. Let's say if I change that invoice number manually to 308, then the next invoice is generated by system gonna be 309, and basically we're gonna end up having two invoices with the same number, 309. So that's the reason we should never change any number regards to the documents are generated in QuickBooks. So save and close. You save the invoice, and as you know, there are available credits to be applied to the invoice. So I click yes here to be applied. So first one first, and then that's the second one. As you see, the credit balance is $20.80, which is more than 30% of the remaining item on the sale order as deposit. Okay, and that's it. So if you come back to the invoice, this invoice is paid, and if you go to those payments, this payment is applied to the invoice. How is applied? Exactly that moment you choose to apply available credit, that's the moment the system put the check mark here, apply the payment to the invoice. The second one is applied to the invoice, however there is a remaining balance of $22.80, which we're gonna leave that amount as deposit to be used later on for the remaining item on the sale order. So let's say after customer receive the items which we shipped to customer, 2 days after, customer call the store and say, I have an issue with one of the love seat B which I received, and I'm gonna return that item to the store. And let's say that the store manager approve it, then customer return, let's say on October 12th, one of those love seat B. So Can we issue a credit memo in this situation? Yes, we can, because we have an invoice here. So we can issue a credit memo when customer return one love-set fee to us. So we go to refund credit, and as you remember, when we click on refund credit, that create a credit memo for all the items on the invoice. So we need to shape the credit memo ourselves. We don't need that item on credit memo because nothing related to sectional. The customer just returned one love-set fee, so we delete line. So customer returned one love-set fee, so we should change the quantity of that 2 to 1. However, you must make sure you adjust the sale discount accordingly. So the sale discount was 10%. 10% of basically $48 comes to $4.80. When you change the quantity here from 2 to 1, the system doesn't automatically change the sale discount, so you need to do it yourself. The sale discount in regards to that one item was half of that amount, minus $2.14. So you need to make sure your credit memo mirror exactly your invoice. If you gave $2.40 on each love-set fee discount, you need to make sure you give exactly same discount amount on your credit memo, not more, not less. And as you remember here, we need to always put invoice number, which is related to the credit memo. Invoice number 310. And we always need to put a note on credit memo. So we're gonna put love-set fee had an issue. You need to explain exactly what is the issue. I'm not gonna take the time here to explain about imaginary issue, but you know, in real situation you must explain what was the issue. So love-set fee has an issue and return has been approved by the store manager. So the return happened on October 12th. We need to adjust the date. Never change credit memo number. And that looks good to me. Here and go. Save and close. What we're gonna do with that credit memo, as you remember, we have always 3 options to use: retain as an available credit. This is the option we usually like to use as a store or a store manager or store employees, because we want to take customer back to a store to purchase more. But if customer insisting on give the money back, then we can give a refund regards to that return of the item to the store. And apply to an invoice, we are not going to choose that. That invoice, as you remember, was paid in full. So let's say in this situation, customer say, you know what, keep it as an available credit. I may use it later on towards my future purchase. So we're going to choose the first option, and that's it. Now the balance of customer is minus $44.40, so which is composed of credit memo, and if you remember that balance on the payment which was not applied. Even you have the option here to see balance detail. You see that $44.40 is composed of $21.60 the balance of credit memo, and $22.80 the balance of payment which was not applied to anything yet, and that make $44.40 balance. And when it's minus, as I mentioned before, that means we're owing to customer. Okay, so let's imagine customer call the store on October 14 and tell the store manager, you know what, for some reason I don't need that 3-bar cabinet type D anymore, and store manager approve it. So we come here and we close that 3. Make sure you close the sale discount related to that item which is canceled by customer. And we put another note here, customer cancel 3 cabinet approved by store manager on October 14, 2017. Should we issue a credit memo? Absolutely not, because this item has never been shipped out. We never created any invoice regards to that item. That means no invoice for that item. That means if customer canceled the item, which happened now, we are not supposed to create a credit memo. We just simply come to the sale order and close the item or cancel the item here. Save and close. Oh, another thing before I continue. You see the sale order, it says close. It doesn't say invoice. When it says close on the sale order, it doesn't mean necessarily that all the items on the sale order have been canceled by customer. Even if one single item on a big sale order has been canceled by customer and the rest are shipped and are invoiced, it says close on the sale order. So the same as here in our example, as you see, we shipped and invoiced these two, and the customer cancel this item. However, the sale order shows close, so it doesn't mean all the items have been canceled by customer. So that was the point I wanted to explain here. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, I have a balance here pending on the account, and customers say, I want my money back. So, and the store manager approve it. In that situation, we go to these payments. We see the first payment is applied in full to the invoice, so there is no open balance on that payment. And the second payment, which is paid by Visa, ends with 7845. This has a balance plus the balance of the credit memo. So then when we're going to refund the money to the customer, we need to make sure we refund it to that Visa, which ends with 7845. The customer coming and say, you know what, I want my money back by check because I have none of those credit cards which I used originally. It's not acceptable. Like even if a credit card is canceled, you need to return money to the same credit card number, because in most of the cases this is the bank or credit card company duty to forward the money to another credit card of the customer, or issue a check to the customer regards to the money which is refunded to cancel credit card, or you can contact the credit card company. But basically you need to make sure you are not accepting any excuse from customer. You need to refund money to customer to the exact same way the customer paid you originally. Okay. In this scenario, we're gonna refund the whole money to customer, $44.40. There are two ways of doing that. First way, I'm gonna explain now. You click on refund the amount to the customer. You click and save and close. But as you see here, the amount is $22.80, and you cannot change it to $44.40. So let's say customer asks for a refund on October 16. So October 16, 2017. We're gonna refund it to Visa. I'm gonna put the Visa number here. Okay. You can put more explanation here, whatever is related to the case. And okay. So as you see, the refund is posted. Again, there is another balance of $21.60. Balance of credit memo needs to be refunded to customer. So as I mentioned before, if you make any small change, let's say you just put a dot at the end of the memo here, the credit memo, when you hit on save and close, gives you those three options again. And this time we're gonna choose give a refund. Okay, $21.60. It was October 16. And to the Visa. And okay. Just gonna put the Visa number here for our record, save and close. Okay. So as you see, the balance of customer now is 0 because you refunded the money which you were owing to the customer. But in most of the cases, we don't do the refund in two separate transactions, because when you look into here, it looks like you refunded the money in two separate transactions. Usually when we're gonna refund $44.40, the balance of customer, in one transaction, not two transactions. So QuickBooks doesn't give you the option to do that. So I'm gonna just delete those refunds which we posted earlier, and I'm gonna handle it through the second way, which I told you there are two ways of doing that. So this way we're gonna trick QuickBooks. So basically we're gonna post one fake payment in the system, $44.40. I don't remember the expiration date. I put it. Actually, I don't need to put it because it's a fake payment. So that's a payment. I put a fake payment here, and then I click on refund the amount to customer. Click on save and close, and that gives you $44.40, October 16. That's a credit card number. Hit OK, and that's it. But you need to make sure, this is very important, guys, you need to make sure you come back and delete that fake payment which you made. Here we go. Now you have a refund for $44.40. The balance of customer is 0, and everything is good. So in this video I explain you a complicated situation which can happen in terms of, you know, transactions with customer. I'm gonna summarize what I have said in this video. First, if customer cancel any item, if it's on sale order stage and it's not invoiced yet, there would not be any credit memo involved. But if it has been shipped out and it has been invoiced and customer returned the item to us, then that's the moment you're supposed to create a credit memo. So I'm gonna finish this tutorial here, and thank you for listening.